Yo, yo, yo. Ooh.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Play a little defense first, boys.
The Seminoles will kick it away first. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to take a shot right away.
Oh.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his feet. He couldn't hold on. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Spins away from one. And he breaks into the open.
You gotta be kidding me.
The 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and
want
to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run.
Well,
the tone for this football.
damn.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive,
from
gashing them on the touchdown run.
Potential turnover, giving up a big rushing.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. They'll try it over the left side. On the move at the 30. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Grab near the marker. It's Royer. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Oh, that is a rope to the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Picks up the first down. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting work.
Good response
getting
right there.
Touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a
Good
rhythm.
job,
Nice
Reese.
start for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. All time.
All right, home
Just
field.
about set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times, fumbles happen as a result.
How about that return? He may not get credit for a touchdown, but if they can pay it off, that score's set up by the return man. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop.
Come on, BJ.
But that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, no!
Choke.
A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the ball in great field position,
Check.
and bam, bam.
Check the
plays
hydrant.
and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like
Yes,
that,
Sidwick.
more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Canes blew them away.
And they jumped out all over the Knowles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And, David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor.
They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And the Hurricanes are flying down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Smashes through. He now has 111 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether...
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy.
It's a
So
freaking
put it right on their body,
roughing the
make it
passer,
simple,
too,
and
back
let them
there.
go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Maybe a stick.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's
Pretty
first
close,
and
pretty
10.
close, pretty close.
He wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll turn it loose out to the right.
No!
Fires into traffic, picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Ain't no
met a
way.
wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
That was a peak.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You've got to go out. You've got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, wow. First quarter, won the first quarter, won the first quarter.
And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Royer. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Joystick.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past,
Man, I
Miami
totally
actually
miss.
considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
You know, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC.
Totally
This was
missed
kind
that.
of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Damn it. Just a hell of a...
Good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Just a millisecond too
Here
long.
comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice.
Blew
Find
the
your
last
guys.
two
Find those
possessions.
plays that
Blew
you
'em.
know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Could be up.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their
Sid Dog in
assertiveness,
my-
and they've done a good job of that early
Is
in
it
this
a
game,
user in
running
my
the football.
stream? Cheating.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Bringing it back.
Oh!
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to
check
put
the
enough
users
drive
walk
together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's caught. Can anyone catch him? He's at the...
Damn it.
Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Line getting set on second down. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break.
Nah, Sid's coming through the speaker
If
in
they
the
can convert here,
in the
that
controller,
type of play
but
can really give you
he's
a shot of
definitely a user
momentum.
in my chat.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open, you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and how about the defense? I mean, what unbelievable job in the secondary covering these receivers up. There's 5 wide.
Bro,
Everybody's
I
out
know.
wide. Quarterback's in the pocket for 4
I know he's in the
seconds.
Twitch
Felt
chat.
like he had eternity back there, sitting back there throwing, nowhere to throw the football. Nice job by the secondary, shutting every passing lane down.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left.
Damn it.
And that
I didn't mean to
pass is
lead him that much.
intercepted. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, he may return to set up his offense.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Gosh.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll operate out of split backs. The option look. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense.
Why didn't we scoop and score, boys? Why didn't we scoop and score?
Everywhere, it's a turnover.
And this is why a lot of offensive coaches are okay going into halftime, trailing, not being too aggressive. Because when you try to make things happen, sometimes disaster strikes. And you just saw it right there.
He slings it deep to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
We got to stop turning the ball over. We've left 14 points. 14 points on the board.
And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16.
14.
Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
You probably just got it pulled up. I'm not tripping.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He finds his man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Talk to him, Sid. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. You probably in the earn it Discord.
The Canes will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Royer. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And
I
this
didn't
is
give
a
it enough
man-made
touch.
question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman,
No
and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Motion from the offense. receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third
Go,
and long
man.
coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such
He didn't have enough gas.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fires to the right. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Just got
Well,
zero
how about the offense
pressure.
setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to
If we
the line
quit
of scrimmage,
effing around, we could get a couple
anticipating
seasons
that they would
in.
get an opportunity
WAP.
to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick release on the RPO. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit
Put
to
that
the
head
run,
down.
and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I've only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Come on, you gotta stiff arm that into the end zone.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles.
Do the dance on me.
Guys, so far
Do the
this
dance.
hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that could score points. This is a
Ain't
rivalry
puzzle.
game with Miami, Palmer, but they're
This
putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Where's that war chain, dog?
I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good
War chain.
Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
He hurls one deep down the left side.
Oh.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
All right.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Looking to buy time. They get to him as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
Ooh, took a punishing hit there.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Man, Colorado's going to have Juju too. So, Guapo's going to be set at quarterback next release.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal.
For 5 years at least, unless Juju doesn't
They'll try to get it in with the run.
crush it.
He
Great
pushes it forward all the
over-recruit
way to
Juju.
the 2-yard line. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Pushes for the goal line. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last score just a little icing on the cake in this one as they get set to kick it away again. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Knowles! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, no doubt. Wapo. Hell, I mean, if the ratings are close, then start Juju for 4 years. Never know. Depending on caps,
Here's
you know
this
how
offense
it
with a fresh
works.
set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Moving out of the pocket. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Turns it on in midfield. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and
And
security.
take it like a
And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays. And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Oh yeah, Hakeem. He ended up there. Man, I thought he would be good, man. I had high hopes for him.
They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He's going to pass on second down.
Oh,
And wings it incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is a nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
The Knowles line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32.
I mean,
And here comes that Miami offense back
you're
onto
right,
the
system.
field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly.
Johnny
Notable
Williams
gain there,
was
still a
a
bit
Super
short of
Bowl
the first
champion
down.
with the Eagles.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. On second down, wants to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Beebe. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in third down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field. If somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
6'7" Johnny Williams.
Great in as a quarterback, you throw the football away
Or
don't try to force
Johnny
it too
Wilson.
tight
Wow.
into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep.
Johnny Wilson. Jeez.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second
Sarcasm. He's just on the roster. He plays some plays.
down. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off.
I mean, yeah, Johnny Wilson and Keon
Man,
Coleman.
as a defensive lineman late in the
They
game,
both
man,
got
when
taken
you know it's
pretty high in the
cash,
draft.
you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the
Well,
quarterback.
Keon
at
Coleman did,
DBs,
not Johnny
trying
Wilson.
to do this. Pad them
They both
stats, get
played
the guy
major
empty.
snaps.
Nice job by this D.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time, David, it was
It was just a rough
Last
year.
drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the
You know,
left.
when you
When something
return a lot
works
of
that
the
well, you might as well go
O-line,
right back to it. I mean, they showed
you
no
expect them to
indication
be a
that
strength
they
of
could
your
stop it.
unit and be
I like
able
to
to
go
run
back
them.
to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it
And they
again.
just did not run the ball.
After the pickup of 9, it's
Smash.
2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly
counter
what you want.
stuff did
Lead
not
on these
work.
guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes.
Right, I know I got one.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and
As a
short.
rookie.
Quarterback will audible. On the option. Quick toss. Perfectly timed.
That's crazy.
On that
Do it as
pitch.
your rookie
Pick
year.
up the first down on the play.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring.
Like, why am I playing my career?
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. The Seminoles get enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.
Man, save for the second play of the ball game.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and
That
goal
went
from the
80
5.
whatever yards.
The clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take the knee.
All right, that was a much needed one.
You know what's great
Maybe
about
we'll win one of
rivalry
these.
games? Each side hates
Two
every
final.
wretched breath the other one sucks into
Now
their
go out of
greedy
conference. Locked up my
Figuratively
ACC
speaking, of course,
berth.
and when you win, is that sweet?
Finally locked up.
Glorious.
Playoff
to be able
appearance.
to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that you every year
That
you
was
have
a
a
big
couple
one.
games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives
the ball 30
in this
times.
game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was
30
a
and
fun
20.
one to call.
That's going to do it for us.
I did
Jesse
2
Palmer, David
picks.
Pollock, our entire broadcast team. I'm
We
Reese
went
Davis.
15
This
and
has
20.
been another presentation of EA Sports College
Yeah,
Football.
yards per pass for Sid. 3.5 yards per pass. 67 passing yards. 2, 5, 6, 11. 8 turnovers I got. I left 14, maybe 21 points on the board on the field too. Yep, Wapo, I do. I got to. If we exercise them demons, great. I would have been a little bit more worried if I dropped this game play you too, but getting this victory was huge. Huge. Now, 165, 85 of those off of the second carry of his first carry of the ball game, I think. Balling out today. Carey balled out, 2 picks. Freshman. I'm waiting on that little breakout from him. Point shave. I don't care. I'm cool now. I would have been a little worried if I lost this game. After that one pick, that early on should have been a pick. My run figure messed up here. He ended up coming inside. Can't. That spin move was dirty though. I had bad hip tracking. It's like that CD Lamb play where he juked like 4 or 5 Texas defenders. That's it right there. Champ's having flashbacks. Yeah. Yeah. All day in the pocket. I complete this. He didn't come back right now. He waited. Miami player had a better break, even though he was deeper. I should have thrown it to the tight end. Still thought I caught it for a moment. That was tough. What was this? Oh yeah. Why didn't he scoop and scores? I don't care. We got on it though. But they everybody stopped like it was a dead play. I don't know. Dang, man. I threw 2 picks. This is the least amount of interceptions I've thrown in a long time. Long time. Let's see here. I don't really want to put that Virginia score up on the board. Oh, Washington State, Utah's playing. Might go raid them. Oh my. Come on now. 84. 84. Look at those records. Oof. Wake, bowl eligible, Tokes. Talks. Got them rolling. Got them Demon Deacons rolling. Damn, that one loss tumbled him down, huh? Looks like Ohio State might be out of the playoff race. Eek. Yeeks. Alright, I guess Chris is playing his game now. Then poor LSU. Pour some out for the old Tigers. Alright, let's go find who's streaming this game.